personality. Please. Greetings and welcome to Snarky Pleasant. I am CYAN, and today we're gonna talk about Watchmen, episode 3, 4, 5, breakdown and theories. Let me start saying that you can have an awful opinion and say anything you want about Westworld and Watchmen, but after watching this new TV series by Apple, I can tell you that at least these two series took a leap of faith, and guess what? They have decent plots, logic, and amazing puzzle clues. So yeah, I confess that I like them, and I dislike C. Deal with it. So let's hit the road en marcha. Warning, spoilers ahead. Let's go into break this character by character, shall we? Perfect. Lady Triue, we finally meet the trillionaire behind Triue Industries, the woman that buy Ozymandias, or Ozzy from now on, company, and make it her own, the seclusive Lady Triue. We first see her when she knocks the door of a family that cannot have children, and she offered them a baby child made from their DNA and enough money to buy diapers. And believe me, diapers cost a lot of money. And she offered them this in exchange for their property. The trick here is that they only have 3 minutes to make a decision, or the baby will be destroyed. Here she said that she was kidding, but I really think that she was serious. She's kind of a Ozymandias figure, and come on, you have to be a little bit hairless if you are a trillionaire. Making money is not an easy task. After the couple accept the deal, we see a meteorite falling from the sky into the now property of Lady Triue. But who is Lady Triue? What is her plan? And what is going on with her daughter? In the book or comic, the comedian killed a Vietnamese woman who is pregnant with his child. Dr. Manhattan stands by and watched the whole ordeal, but he didn't intervene. I really think that he intervened, and Lady Triue is the daughter of the comedian, and that woman, or at least her mother, witnessed all the horrors on Vietnam and the truth about the comedian, the USA government, and Dr. Manhattan. After all, Triue came of an age during the American conquest of Vietnam and was displaced from her village after Americans burned it and left her with no other option but to walk for miles. And what was the character that loved to burn Vietnamese? You got it, the comedian. And what was the other character to help USA to win the war? Oh my god, you got it again, Dr. Manhattan. We also know that she bought Ozzy Company and changed her operation to Tesla, and that she also knows that Ozzy is still alive and he's old. And here they gave us other clue when she said that in her culture the elders are revered, which lead us to 3 theories. Number 1. Her daughter is the clone of her mother, and she's using one of Ozzy's old projects, a method called nostalgia, to give her their memories of the Vietnam War and all the things that they suffer. Number 2. She admires what Adrian or Ozzy created and the hoax he made in order to stop the destruction of the Earth and the human species. So in that aspect, she has her own plan to emulate him and stop humankind to destruct itself. Or maybe she wants revenge for what happened to her people? I recall that the woman that was killed by the comedian said to him, I think you will remember me and my country. I think you will remember us as long as you live. And man, if that is not a very deep and scary treat, I don't know what a real treat is. Number 3. The clock that she's making has some part of similitude that reminds me of Adrian's teleportation machine. And they show us this machine with the 7th Cavalry. And the truck of the 7th Cavalry that is transporting the lettuce has a suitcase. And this suitcase has a very particular logo. Yes, Triue Company logo. See, all the dots are connecting. So maybe she has a more noble intention. She maybe doesn't want revenge and wants to stop the hate and the racism using her tech and the memory serum called nostalgia. And let's go into think big for a moment. Maybe she also has genetic material of Dr. Manhattan, so she can create a kind of empathy plus to really help humanity to have a utopian evolution. Looking Glass. At last, we know why Looking Glass almost never takes his mask away. He's afraid. He was traumatized after the experience of the big multidimensional squid. The witnessing of hundreds dying affected him in more than one way. And thanks to his innocence, he was tricked and followed a girl to a mirror house that made him constantly paranoid of people's intentions. Ironically, thanks to that woman's humiliation, he survived the blast and was able to walk away through a carnival of corpses. Wow, with that traumatic experience, LG or Looking Glass reminded more of Rorschach. LG later tricked again by a woman, and he fell into a trap made by the 7K and his leader, yes, the politician that everyone mistrusts since the beginning, Senator Joe. There he showed the truth about the giant squid hoax, the government involvement, his former chief association with the 7K, and in exchange for all this information and stop fearing from an interdimensional attack, he only has to stop Angela. Besides, Joe told him that this is also in Angela's family's best interest, because if she is not stopped, then he will have to send the 7K to her home and kill her family. So you can imagine what LG decided. Ozymandias, or Ozzy. After much speculation and hundreds of theories, we learned that Ozzy is neither imprisoned on Earth, not on Earth's moon, nor in Mars. Instead, we see for a brief moment when Ozzy escapes that he is imprisoned close to Jupiter, in Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. When he escapes for a brief moment, he spells out a help message with the bodies of the clone servants, and that message read, "Save me." But if you look closely, there's another letter, and it's a D. Perhaps he's reaching out to Dr. Manhattan for assistance. It's looking more and more like Lady Triue is the one that deceived him and put him in Europa. And you're wondering why? Well, she kind of idolized the man, so perhaps she imprisoned him because he was the only one capable to stop her. Unlike him, she has this big plan for humankind. The only thing that makes me a little bit dubious about Lady Triue being the only one culprit of Ozzy's imprisonment is what he says to his clones at the end when he's pulled back to his prison. Your God has abandoned you. He will not return. He. The key here is he. And Lady Triue doesn't look like a he. So maybe she joined forces with Dr. Manhattan to take Ozymandias out of the board. Angela. LG treason make Angela swallow all of her grandparents' nostalgia pills. And as we know, nostalgia is a drug capable to relieve past experience and will tell us before that he desired for Angela to understand their past. And what is the best option to do this? Well, having an overdose of nostalgia and living that past via first-hand experience. And what I do think that we will see in Will's recollections: A. Jude's father participation in Tulsa massacre. Remember, they show us the damn picture too many times, and we know that the Ku Klux Klan costume is an old one. B. Will transformation in hooded justice and some flashes of Lady Triue's true intentions. C. The true and closet skeletons behind the giant squid, the government, and some vigilantes. D. The realization that Carl, yes, her husband, is not who she thinks he is. He disappeared in the White Night. He doesn't flinch every time she informs him about crazy things like his murderous grandfather or Jude's secret closet. Then we have the way he explained to their children about what happened after you die. The name of the big blue Blake's dildo is Excalibur, and Car's complete name is Cal Abar. Excalibur Abar, and the big dildo was based in Dr. Manhattan. And also it's implied that him and Blake have a good impression of each other. And his name is Carl, like Kal-El. And who is the Superman in this story? Yes, Dr. Manhattan. So maybe at last, Angela will realize that Carl is probably Dr. Manhattan. other theories and Easter eggs. No surprise here, I think that everybody knows that Agent Petey is the olive oil vigilante of Luftman. They are the same height and complexion. Instead of Schindler's List, Steven Spielberg made Pale Horse, a movie about the giant squid. The horseshoe will play a critical role in Adrian's escape. Believe me, it will. A young LG approached member of the Knock Dog Gang, the group responsible to kill the original Night Owl. In the comic book, Nostalgia was the name of a perfume made by Adrian or Ozzy, but in the series, it's a drug. LG watched on a bay of monitors screens, very like the bay of screens that Adrian used to watch his plan unfold in the comics. We are also left in a cliffhanger. Will LG will survive the attack of the 7K? I think that he will, and later he will join forces with Blake and Angela. Well, that's why my pleasant snarky breakdown. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, join us, and become Geek Paladins. Adios, snarky.